The Red Sea has been a hotbed of activity recently, with the Iran-backed Houthi rebels causing havoc by attacking vessels passing through the strategic waterway. On October 29th, Yemeni officials announced that the Houthis had launched 2 ballistic missiles towards the USS Carney and another U.S. vessel. However, what's making headlines around the world is that those missiles were apparently intended for a U.S. B-2 Spirit stealth bomber flying over the region. The B-2 was mistaken for a U.S. Navy destroyer. It wasn't harmed. But if it was a genuine mistake, why did the Houthis make it? Let's dive into this breaking story and find out. Now, here at Sandbox News, we strive to get to the bottom of these stories. But sometimes there are some challenges. For example, we don't have access to classified information like intel reports or real-time feeds from the region. Our analysis is based on publicly available information, so it's possible that some details may vary from the actual events. And also, since this is still a developing story, we will do our best to keep up with any new information as it becomes available. In light of that, let's begin with what we know so far. The incident occurred as part of a larger conflict known as the Yemeni Civil War. The war erupted in 2011 following the Arab Spring movement that led to protests against former President Ali Abdullah Saleh. After his resignation, Yemen descended into chaos with various factions vying for control, including the internationally recognized government in exile, the Houthi rebels, and various separatist groups. At the heart of the conflict are the Houthi rebels, an Iranian-backed Shia Muslim group that hails from Yemen's northern Sa'ada region. Their name derives from their leader, Hussein Badreddin al-Houthi, who spearheaded an armed rebellion against the Yemeni government in 2004. After his death in 2008, his brother Abdul Malik al-Houthi carried on the movement, which gained momentum in the aftermath of the Arab Spring. The Houthis exploited the political instability and security vacuum to advance their agenda, seizing key areas in northern Yemen and gradually gaining ground against the Yemeni military. Their ideology revolves around opposition to perceived foreign influences, particularly the presence of American and Saudi military forces in Yemen. The Houthi rebels view themselves as defenders of Yemen, as sovereignty and independence, and their actions are largely motivated by anti-Americanism and anti-Israel sentiments. They are known for launching cross-border attacks into Saudi Arabia, using drones and ballistic missiles targeting both military and civilian installations. This has escalated tensions in the region and drawn in external powers, notably the United States and its allies in the Middle East. Now let's focus on this particular incident. On Sunday, October 29th, Yemeni officials reported that the Houthi rebels fired 2 ballistic missiles toward the USS Carney. This event follows a series of attacks by the Houthi against shipping vessels in the region. The Houthis claimed responsibility for the attack, stating they were targeting ships involved in what they termed the U.S.-Saudi aggression against Yemen. Now, let's shift our attention to the aircraft at the center of this incident, the B-2 Spirit. Nicknamed the Ghost Rider, the B-2 is a marvel of modern technology. Developed by Northrop Grumman, it was designed to penetrate hostile airspace undetected. The B-2's low observable or stealth features set it apart. Its flying wing design, coupled with radar-absorbing materials, makes it highly resistant to detection by enemy radar systems. This stealth capability enables the B-2 to conduct surveillance missions deep within enemy territory or serve as a highly effective bomber platform. Designed to carry both conventional and nuclear payloads, the B-2 offers strategic flexibility. It can traverse vast distances without refueling, allowing for global strike capabilities. Crewed by 2 pilots, the B-2 typically takes off from its primary operating base at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. Its operational tempo is influenced by mission requirements, but generally speaking, the B-2's role in today's military landscape is largely characterized by its use in intelligence gathering and occasional limited strike operations. The B-2's importance in the U.S. military arsenal lies in its unique ability to penetrate heavily defended airspace, making it a potent force multiplier in various operational scenarios. All right, now let's piece together the puzzle. How did the Houthi target the wrong aircraft? To understand this incident, we need to look at how the B-2 operates and the challenges associated with tracking airborne targets. Stealth technology works on the principle of reducing an aircraft's radar cross-section, or RCS, which is a measure of how visible an aircraft is on radar. The smaller the RCS, the more difficult it is for radar systems to detect and track the aircraft. The B-2 Spirit is designed with a flying wing configuration that reduces its RCS significantly, making it challenging for enemy air defense systems to detect and engage. This is achieved through a combination of factors such as the aircraft's overall shape, radar-absorbing materials, and specialized coatings. For instance, the B-2's flying wing design eliminates traditional aircraft components like vertical stabilizers and a fuselage, which are large radar reflectors. Additionally, it's covered in a layer of radar-absorbing materials that absorb electromagnetic waves, further reducing its RCS. These measures make the B-2 highly elusive, capable of penetrating dense air defense networks that might otherwise shoot down less stealthy aircraft. But stealth isn't absolute. There are ways to detect and track stealth aircraft, though it requires sophisticated technology and specialized tactics. One way to detect stealth aircraft is by using an appropriately configured ground or airborne radar system that can penetrate the aircraft's stealth coatings and identify its location. Furthermore, the use of multiple sensors and data fusion techniques helps improve the accuracy and reliability of tracking stealth aircraft. These methods involve combining data from different sources like radar, infrared, and electronic warfare sensors to create a comprehensive picture of the aircraft's position, movement, and capabilities. It's important to remember that detecting stealth aircraft is not an easy task and often requires advanced and specialized equipment. So now let's try to piece together what might have transpired in this situation. There are a few possibilities. The Houthi could have used an older or less advanced missile system, one that has a lower probability of intercept. If true, this means the Houthi may not have the means to accurately detect and track stealth aircraft, potentially leading them to target the wrong aircraft. Alternatively, the missile system used might have been designed to engage surface vessels rather than airborne targets. Another possibility is that the Houthi received inaccurate intelligence about the location or composition of the U.S. forces. Acting on faulty information, they may have directed their missile towards what they believed to be a U.S. Navy ship, but was actually a B-2. This scenario highlights the importance of accurate intelligence gathering and the potential consequences of miscommunication or misinformation. Lastly, the Houthis could have deliberately chosen to target what they believed to be a U.S. warship. If they possessed information indicating the presence of a U.S. Navy ship in the area, they might have intentionally decided to attack what appeared to be a naval vessel on their radar, not considering the possibility of it being a stealth aircraft. This brings us back to the notion of propaganda. Sometimes events like these are blown out of proportion or misinterpreted for various reasons. There could be intentional efforts to misinform or exaggerate the situation for strategic gains. Therefore, it's essential to approach such reports with a critical eye, considering the source and looking for corroborating evidence before forming an opinion or belief. Furthermore, it's crucial to recognize that in times of conflict, propaganda plays a significant role. Each side involved in the conflict may have its own motives for portraying the events in a certain light. For example, the U.S. and its allies may downplay the threat posed by the Houthis to maintain a sense of security and stability in the region. Conversely, the Houthis may exaggerate their own capabilities to boost morale and project an image of strength. Now, while it's impossible to say definitively what prompted the Houthi to take this action, it does serve as a reminder of the evolving nature of threats in modern warfare. As technology advances and non-state actors become more involved in conflicts, new challenges and complexities arise. The incident involving the B-2 Spirit highlights the need for continuous adaptation, robust defense systems, and a thorough understanding of the evolving threat landscape. Whether you believe the Houthis truly made a mistake or had the B-2 in their crosshairs all along, it's clear they are becoming a force to be reckoned with. Will the U.S. and its allies continue to face challenges from the Houthi rebels? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. The B-2 Spirit remains an enigma in the sky. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button to stay updated with our latest content. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global security and military affairs.